Morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, July the 14th, correct? Yes, July the 14th, 2021. My name is Shelly, and this is my channel, Proverbs 31:22, where I talk about all my stitching. So, today's video is going to be different. We're going to do a few little things that might be the same, but the rest of it's going to be a WIP parade. I haven't really been stitching a whole lot the last, like from Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I stitched a little bit on Monday. Yesterday I hardly did anything at all because I didn't sleep Monday night. So anyway, I did want to take care of right off the bat. I've been forgetting to draw the name for the winner from my 350 subscriber video. I didn't hear from the original person, and so I did redraw, and I'll insert the video here. Okay, guys, I keep forgetting on every video to redraw for the sunflower items that were on my 350 subscriber video. I never did hear from the original winner, so I'm going to go ahead and pick a new one. I've got the video link and then sunflower for the word. Going to get comments. We had 3 comments. And now we're going to pick a winner. So, sorry I had it off to the side. Yay, Candy, you won. Congratulations. And yeah, get in touch with me. My email's below, and let me know which your physical mailing address is. Thanks, guys. And so, congratulations, Candy, you won. I'm so excited that you won. And so I just need to hear from you. With your address, you can either email me or DM me on Instagram, and I'll get that out to you. So I did get a little bit of haul in, just one pattern. I follow Wendy from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy on Instagram, and she posted something a few days ago, and I fell in love with it, and so it's part of a bigger pattern. And so she posted this little needle book right here that she adapted from this pattern right here with a little flower motif and then some of the border. And I just thought it was just beautiful. And then when I went and looked at the whole pattern, I was like, oh my goodness, look at those flowers in the middle. Gorgeous. So I went to 1 2 3 Stitch. I went to Fat Quarter Shop first, and they didn't have it. So they do have some of her patterns, but they didn't have this one. So I went to 1 2 3 Stitch. So yeah, this is a little different. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this in sections. Right here next to my stitching chair, which is where I'm sitting. It's a little bit different vantage point than we normally have. I have this little tower of drawers, and then on top of it sits my current week's WIPs in their bags. So the tower holds all the things that I consider current WIPs, and I did have to like put some. I did have them all out, all of my WIPs out. And then I got this storage tower, and it was a little bit too much in each drawer. And so, and it's still a little bit too much, but anyway, basically the ones in the storage tower are all the ones that I have on my tiny decision wheel app. And so I'm going to show you the ones from my current week's bag first, and then I'll show you the ones in the tower, and then I'll show you the ones that live in this Gingham on the Go bag, which is ones that I don't have on my wheel right now. I've kind of taken them out of rotation, and they'll come back out when I have some finishes on the other stuff. Make some room in this tower. So I'm going to pause you for a second and get this tote ready, and then we'll get started. Okay, I'm back and ready to get started on this week's bag. The ones that I don't have paper copies of, I think I'm just going to insert pictures of what they'll look like. So I'll have to go in and edit a good bit of this, but I think it'll be easier than me having to pick up my tablet and find patterns every time. So the first thing I pulled out of the bag is the Shabby Advent Calendar. And I did work on this a little bit yesterday. So you're going to see some of the, day before yesterday, you'll see some of the progress that I've made on my current ones. But I haven't worked on all of them, but you'll see all of them. And so I'm currently working on day 6. So I have from day 24 to day 6 to day 7 completed. And then I'm working on 6 this month, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there is a manger picture down at the bottom. And I probably won't get that done this year, but next year I would like to have that done. So that's Shabby Advent Calendar by Kaori Abatakori. And let's see. I don't really know what's in each bag. Some of them are the same. Okay, so this is Elizabeth Weston. So Elizabeth Weston, Hands Across the Sea. She's my daily focus piece that I've been working on. Trying to get a page finished each month. And this is where I am on her. So I've just spent the last few days working on letters when I have worked on her. I think maybe I did a little bit up here since you've seen it last. And then this bag holds all of my stitch-alongs that I'm doing. This one I can't insert a picture because there's only the pattern, there's no picture. But this is the EM ABC style that I'm doing along with, or joining in with Rachel Q Stitches. So I have just a little bit left of this to do. I worked on it last night and got those eyelets taken care of at the top, in the middle. So now I'll just have an eyelet here, and then there'll be an eyelet in this corner, and then one more A in the border, and I'll be done with it. So she is doing one every 1st and 15th. She's starting a new pattern for the sow. And then I will insert a picture of Jessie Watson. Even though I have a paper copy, I don't have it with me, so I'll just insert a picture. But this is Jessie Watson, Hands Across the Sea sampler, and I'm joining Raspberry Stitcher doing her Jessie Watson Autism Sow. So we're on this strip right here for month 4. I think it's month 4. April, May, June, July. Yes, month 4. And so I'm plugging along. And this is not really a sow. This is my magazine monthly challenge. This month is Jolly July, but I started doing these calendar pieces with Magazine Monthly Challenge. So I kind of consider it, you know, part of that. But anyway, this is the August one. And so I did get the waves and then the little sailboat done. And then I will insert a picture of Little Women, which is Stitching Book Club's current stitch along. And this is where I've gotten. So I hope to have more of the house done. I just did a very small start because I had messed up on the tree and had to go in and frog basically the whole thing, the whole top part of it at least. And it's still like it's supposed to line up with the needle, the middle of it. And I just said, nah, that's not going to matter. So that's what I've got done so far. That house is going to be a real beast to work on. So I've got it divided up to try to have it done like just 2 days beyond when it's supposed to be done. But I hadn't stitched on it, you know, when I was supposed to the last couple of days. And so that didn't happen. So I'll insert a picture here of Fat Quarter Shop's fundraiser this year for Make-A-Wish. Which is Serendipity. And I didn't work on it Sunday, so it's at the same place that it was last week when I showed it. So I just have this row right here to do, and then it will be done. I think I'm going to, hopefully this will fit. I have a frame that I had framed their fundraiser last year, which was Bloomtopia. Hopefully these will fit. This one will fit in that same frame. I did it where I could change things out. And, you know, Bloomtopia is sort of spring looking. So I'm going to do this one for like summer. And then I have Jan Hicks Creates Thankful. That will be for fall. And these are my other Christmas WIPs. This is what I'm doing for Magazine Monthly Challenge this week, this month. It's Jolly July. And I will have to insert pictures of this because I get my magazines from the Readly app. And these are probably all at the same stage when you saw them last. So this is Redbird ornament. And this is Let It Snow ornament. I think what I'm going to do is across the bottom of the screen, I'm going to number them. I'm scared to count them, but I'm going to count them and see. And I'll put, you know, the name of them and if they're from a magazine, where they're from. And then I've got Nativity Silhouette. I haven't done anything. I didn't stitch Sunday. We had our family over for supper, and so I didn't stitch it all Sunday because I was busy cooking and then visiting with them. So, and then this black work squirrel. I don't think you've seen him since I did the outline of his body. Isn't he so cute? So now he's got like, he's sitting in a tree, and so there's just a bunch of like back stitching, this thicker type of back stitching to sort of outline the tree limbs and then the tree trunk. So I don't have much left to do on that other than the back stitch. And then this is the evergreen star ornament, which I love stitching on. So pretty. So that's all my Christmas and July ones. And then I'm participating in cross stitch camp. So I'm working on Prairie School or Prairie Birds. I'm working on the hummingbird, which is right here. And you had to stitch on a designer that you hadn't stitched before, and so this is what I chose. I love birds, so and that's my progress. I think I already had everything. Since when you saw it last, it looked exactly like it does now. Oh, sorry. This might not be the best setup, but it will have to do. I probably should just stack them up next to me and not worry about it. Okay. This is Shane and Christine's craft room. I haven't done anything more on it. I will stitch on it today. I don't want to stack it there though, because it's going to be loud and I'm going to shake the thing. So this looks exactly the way it did on my last video, but I love it. Love it, love it, love it on the black. So as part of Magazine Monthly Challenge in the past, I've started doing the band samplers, which are a series of samplers designed by Cheryl McKinnon, who is Tiny Modernist. And so far I've gotten started on the fall one, which you've seen recently. Looks the same as in the last video, but fall into autumn. And then I've also started the winter one, which is Winter Wonderland. Sorry for the wrinkles. I haven't worked on this in quite a while. I love it, the way the snow and all the stuff looks. So what I'll do with those is I'll try to, they're on my wheel just with my regular apps, my regular WIPs. But I also, if I can make it fit into the acrostic for Magazine Monthly Challenge piece, I try to do ones that I've already started so that I don't have a bunch of new starts with that. So next is Teresa Koget's Newcastle Bouquet. Love it. And this is where I am on that one. So I did bring the border, part of the border, all the way down to the bottom. I was kind of nervous that the fabric's going to be real tight. Hopefully I have enough this way. Maybe I should start taking that top border across so that I know I have enough fabric before I get too involved in it. That's probably a smart thing to do. I love this. I love the colors. Those, oh gosh, that border. So it's been on my my list for my rotation on Fridays, but I haven't worked on it yet this month. So I have American Spirit that I'm working on from Stitch Quarterly, Fat Quarter Shop. And I think maybe I've done a little bit more since you've seen it, but I'm not sure. I think I've worked on this since you saw it last, but I could be wrong. So I really like the way I've been doing. Like before, I would do my wheel for my daily themes. I would spin a wheel every week for that day. Like I'd have 4 different, if there's 4 Mondays, I'd have 4 different projects. But the last couple of months, I've been hanging in with the same project on Mondays and then Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So I'm liking that more because, even though I haven't sewn on or stitched on Newcastle Bouquet yet this month, it's on there every Friday. So I know sometime this month, hopefully, it will get, some love on it. So that's all that's in that weekly bag. So I'm going to go and put all this away and then come back and we'll go through the tower. Okay, I'm back with the next part, which is the tower. And again, these are the ones that are on my wheel, active and rotation, as far as being able to be chosen. So I am going to put everything back in each drawer. I know it's going to take a little while, a little bit longer than if I didn't, but it's just too much in this tower to not do that. So the first one is the poinsettia stocking from Blackbird Designs. I'm doing this for the BBD weekend sale that Brenda and the Cereal Starter are hosting. And so I'll work on this the first weekend of every month. And so that is what I've got done. I think what I'm going to do, what I really would like to do is get a picture of all of these and do a blog post. I don't know. I'm going to see about doing that. But anyway, I'm thinking about putting my show notes over on my blog instead of in description boxes. And then next we have the Bluebird of Happiness from Cottage Garden Samplings. Bluebirds are my favorite bird. And so this was a no-brainer for me to stitch. And this is one that I'm doing. It's a 28 count linen that I'm only using 1 strand on with a call for flosses over 2 threads. I love when this one comes up in my rotation. It hasn't come up on my wheel lately. And I'm always free to override what my wheel says, but I haven't done a whole lot of that lately. Okay, so I'll have to insert a picture of this one. This is Collecting Colors Stitch Along with Orfill and Susan Aki. This is a free pattern. I haven't stitched on this in a really long time. Even though it's in my rotation, it hasn't come up on my wheel. But this is what I've got done so far. So I have all of the grids outlined, and then that top row done, and the top grid filled in. I think there's more stitches. There are. In the middle of each of these little flowers, there's supposed to be a stitch, but with a different color, I'm not doing it. So this calls for Orfill thread, obviously, because it's Orfill. I'm just using DMCs for my stash, kind of picking my own colors. I might kind of follow her suggestions, but So this drawer actually holds collecting colors, and it's supposed to have a chock full. Since I finished my Bloom chock full, I haven't started another one, so I might have to pull one out of the bag that's off to the side in a minute. I think my next one is the Liberty one, but I also have, no, that's kitted up. The ones that I have in my bag, you'll see in a minute, I think it's Snowy and then Hip Hop. So this is Hey Pumpkin from the Stitch Quarterly last year. And this is where I am on this one. Oh, these parts right here I've just outlined, and then I can go back and fill in. Like when my grandson plays basketball, I'll bring this or the homegrown ones, which you'll see in a minute. And those are just those are good fill-in projects. You don't need the pattern. You just outline it when you're, outline it at home when you have the pattern in front of you, and then just bring it when you're on the go, and then you just need to fill in. And then this is the homegrown. And there's where I'm at on this one. So pretty. You know, when I came back to cross stitching in 2019, these were my thoughts. I'm not going to get a bunch of WIPs going like I have with my quilting stuff. Famous last words. What would it be like to be a monogamous stitcher? I mean, you guys that are disciplined enough to do that, my hats are off to you, because I think it must feel really good to just work on something and get it done, but I do like to have a variety, and I can't stop starting. So this one is, I'll have to insert a picture, and it's very wrinkly. I apologize. Let me clip this side. This is Doreen Jones's free garden sow. God, I love it. Love it, love it. So I'm doing my own colors. Her flowers around the border, and inside were more blues, which I liked. It was pretty, but I had to go with my purples and pinks. Love it, love it, love it. You know, I realized a few days ago that I haven't been spinning the wheel for a weekly focus piece. Usually I'll have one piece that I focus on every day for a week, and I haven't been doing that lately. I think probably because I have too many dang sows going that I'm trying to like either get caught up on or catch up on. That's what I need to do. I need to be able to avoid or resist starting new sows, but I have FOMO really bad. Okay, so this next drawer is all of my previous magazine monthly challenge projects. I think I have finished a few, but you know, there's still a lot in this drawer. And so these will have to all have pictures inserted. So I need to remember to maybe go a little slower when I'm doing these so that I have room to put that picture in without cutting myself off. So this one is supposed to be a Biscorn U, but I've never made one before, and I cut the fabric too small according to instructions, but I still wish I would given myself more room And then I could have started further up here, so I would have had more room at the bottom. Anyway, I'm just going to turn it into a small. There's also a matching needle book, which I've already completed, not FFO'd, but FO'd. So now I just have this. And like I said, when I can fit these into the theme for that month's challenge, I will, stick them in there instead of starting something else. Usually I'll do 1 or 2 new starts a month. So this is Summer Cuttings. This was a new start last month, I believe. And let's see. I think that's right. It's like this. So this is going to be a scissors case, and I'll insert the picture here. Let me get this pinned, clipped. So this is a piece of fabric that I hand dyed. They did it on a petrol blue, I think was the name of the color. And I think these are pretty much the call for colors. There may be a few that I didn't have, and so, substituted, but otherwise I think they're called for. And then next is Alsatian Redwork Heart. This is a monochromatic, one DMC color, but it is variegated. So this is DMC 115. And this is on a 28 count Irish linen that I got from Michael's, and I love stitching on it. And I think the color of it is tea dyed. And then I think last month as well, or maybe the month before, I started the series by, oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank, the Blue Flower. So they're doing a series of heart patterns and punch needle and primitive stitcher, and this was the first one. And this is on a piece of linen that I hand dyed as well. I don't really know why I love that one so much, but when I saw people sharing it, it was just something that I had to do. And I actually subscribed to that magazine for that pattern. And the next ones, are like the second one is real cute too, so this is one from a past monthly magazine month. This one's called Home to Roost. And oh my goodness, it just makes me drool. All that white gingerbread. And the white I am doing with 2 strands of floss over 2 threads. The rest of it is 1. This is a 36 count platinum linen. Oh, love it, love it, love it. I really need to get back to doing a weekly focus piece so that I can choose some of these that I haven't worked on in a while to get some progress in on them. And then this one is Winter Daybreak. Which is gorgeous. Pretty sure this is the orientation because I did the middle and then I started working down, I believe. It's all the same no matter which way you turn it, so I'm not sure, but I just love how it's, you stitch the background and then leave the actual motifs unstitched on the white. Adore it. Adore it, adore it, adore it. Goodness. And then these are two, this is like a, it's not a series because it was all in one magazine, but it's called Flowers of the Month. And it has a whole, you know, whole year's worth of flower patterns. And I don't know if I won't be able to do a picture because they're basically just based on artwork. And so some of them have paintings in there, and then some of them don't. But this is the one from February. And this is the one for April. I did more on February and had to frog, and so it got in timeout. The April one, I'm iffy on the orange colors and stuff, but I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep going and just turn it into a little small pillow. So that's the Magazine Monthly Challenge pieces that I'm not currently actively working on. That drawer is very full. Okay, so this drawer holds Newcastle and Linens and Threads. You've already seen Newcastle Bouquet. And Linens and Threads, I'll insert a picture of just a mock-up, I guess. Not a mock-up, it's actually the chart, because it's a free, this is a free pattern from Fox and Rabbit. And it's a big one. So this is the height of it. I've gotten all the way to the bottom with that. And then I'm guessing about, probably about halfway, maybe a little over halfway across it. I'm doing the motifs in DMC 4211, and then these I think are in DMC 550, the letters. I think that's the color. This is my Beauty and the Beast bag. Love Beauty and the Beast. Cry every time I watch it. Oh, this is Prim Stitch series, which is a stitch along that I really wanted to stay caught up on and did not happen. So, all I have in the bag is the one I'm not, well, that's not even it. The one I'm currently working on, which is number 3. That's pathetic because it's over. I think it was over last month. Okay, so this is where I'm at. I'm doing them all as one piece, which was probably a mistake, but it is what it is. And I'm doing this on a 32 count lamb's wool Jobelin that I'm doing one strand of floss on. DMCs. Mostly called for, some my own choices. And then this drawer, next drawer, holds all of my stitch alongs I'm not actively working on. So there is a Carolyn Manning Sal, and I'm working on Shooting Star. Haven't worked on this in quite a while, but I'm doing it on a 28 count Monaco and tea-dyed color, and that's all I got done so far. This is one of those that it's fun to work on, but I never know which way to go. And I guess maybe that's why people that do full coverage start doing diagonals. But just, do I just keep going down this way? Then I kind of wanted, when I was going this way on this part, then I wanted to see these colors, so I kind of moved over and started going this way. So pretty. And she's got, I don't know how many color combinations in this same pattern, but gorgeous. Cheryl over at Happy Handcraft Studio. If you don't watch her, she's fantastic. Definitely check her out. But she's doing the Watermelon Tourmaline, I think is the colorway of that one, of hers. And oh my goodness, every time she pulls it out, I just drool. So this one was in a quilt book, and it's only available in the quilt book. So I don't have a printout, but I'll insert a picture. And this is the Shine On sampler from Bonnie and Camille from the Quilt Bee book. And this is with the called for Cosmo threads on 28 count even weave. That one got put aside too, and I'm behind on it, but and then Flea Market Flowers, I'm behind on it as well, and it's not active in my rotation currently, but so yeah. This is Lori Holt, and they have said several times that this is her best-selling cross-stitch pattern to date. And it's, no secret. I mean, come on. So I put this away basically because I had gotten behind on Jessie Watson. I wanted to get that caught up. I wanted to stay caught up on Stitching Book Club, which I'm behind. And then I started the EM ABC sale with Rachel Q. So I think what I plan to do, I have Jessie Watson. The way I'm doing it right now is I do Jessie Watson on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then I do Stitching Book Club Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I do the EM ABC sale every day. So once I get done with Jessie Watson, then I will put either Shine On or Flea Market Flowers in its place on those days. Okay, guys, so I'm going through what I just recorded and editing and adding things, and realized that I didn't show Flea Market Flowers. So I showed you the chart and talked about it, but I did not show you my progress. So and it's gorgeous, so I wanted to show you guys. So I am changing the brown flowers to purples and pinks. And I just did a variety of overdyes and a few DMCs on this for my color choices. So I will insert this little snippet into the other video. So that's my Sal's drawer. And I also want to get Serendipity done. And this is the last one in this tower. This is my love my stitching bag. This was one of the first patterns that I bought when I came back to stitching in 2019. And it's a hands-on design. I love her stuff. So this is Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais. Love it. And this is, I think it's 36 count platinum. So I had started stitching on it with using all the called for. And then I changed the color of the house, so I had to rip some stuff out. And then I did change the color of the flowers as well. I think my skeins that I bought of the called for were not the right dye lot, or not what I wanted for it. I really wanted a true pink house, and the conch that I had, it didn't look pink. Sorry about that. So that's all that's in my tower. And I'm just going to put this away, and then I'm going to grab this bag. I don't think I need to break to clean anything up. So again, Gingham on the Go bag. And this is just active-ish WIPs. They were active. Like, I would have them on my wheel and, you know, could choose from them. And then when I got this tower and needed to fit everything in here, I decided to just weed some of them out. Not to UFO them, just to put them aside until some of these other ones get done. When's that going to happen? When you just keep adding? I don't know. So this is Snowy, Chock-full Snowy jar. And this is the collaboration by Hands-On Design and Priscilla Blaine. And these are all called for fabric and flosses, because I did the club through Fat Quarter Shop. And so that's what I've got on that so far. So I really need to put one of these back in my active rotation, because I do have a drawer that's specifically for a chock-full design. And then I'm also working on the cute little hip-hop jar. Love it. And these are things that I already have, like, I already have the fabric picked out to finish these with. The only thing is I don't have a piece to mount them on. Gotta find something that will work. So this is my progress on that one. So I think I'm gonna pull out, or keep out the snowy one. And, you know, I might have a chance to maybe finish that before the end of the year. This is Jan Hicks Creates Spring Flourish. And I have started this one multiple times and had to change it around because of fabric issues. And then I, started stitching it on something and got an ink mark on it. And so, but I think all of that happened for a reason, because I really think it was meant to go on this fabric. And this is a 28 count with shells in the color Water Lily, and it doesn't pick up on screen at all. It's a beautiful light springy green, really. And so I am using Mrs. Sada's silk flosses. She had a pack that was, pretty reasonably priced. That was for this pattern. And I figured it was a good way to try it out because it's only 6 colors. And it is so soft, guys. It's so soft. And I really do like stitching with it. I couldn't afford to stitch with silk all the time, but I wish I could, really. Because it really is nice to stitch on. And some of these I don't even know what's in them. But this is my Eat, Sleep, Stitch, Repeat bag. This is a pattern by Lori Holtz. And then I stitched it up on 25 count pewter Lugana, which is this is basically the first even weave that I tried after I came back to stitching. And anyway, I had these fabrics in my stash and love them. So I had to make a bag with that. And what's in here? Oh, this is Waxing Moon Designs Valentine House Trio. And I'm using autumn.stitches on Instagram. I'm using her thread conversion with her permission. And here's one of them. And then here's another. And then this is this one. So all of these are stitched on China Pearl linen from Witchelt. And I'm doing them separately, all on the same fabric though, because I think I do want to finish them on the same piece of, I don't know what I'm going to finish them on, but I really would like to get something where they could all hang just on that same piece. What's in here? Oh, so this is My Love from Madame Chantilly. And this is on a piece of mystery linen from Patches and Stitches. I had intended this to go on something else. And then I got this piece of fabric cut for another project and they undercut it. So, this is my progress on that. It's so pretty. I think what I probably need to do is be a little bit more intentional with, like thinking ahead and saying, okay, I want this done for this date. I'm not there yet. Even though I'm, usually really organized and regimented, I'm not there as far as that much planning in advance. So this one is sort of it's a WIP, but I don't even know if you call it a WIP because I'm going to rip it all out and start over. But this is the Little Sheep Virtues. And this is the first one, that's Peace. Let me see if I can grab the pattern real quick. I've got quite a few of them in here, so I am going to do these all in one piece of fabric. And I started stitching this one and realized that the border was off. And two things. The border was off, and so I could have just, unpicked the border and redid it. But then I've seen several people on Facebook that do them all on one piece of fabric, but they put one of the, this is Country Cottage, right? No, this is Little House Needleworks. So Country Cottage Needleworks, those are mother-daughter teams. They have a piece that people put in the middle and then stitch these around it. And so I'd have to rework. I need a different piece of fabric and everything. So I'm just going to frog him and use this fabric for something else and start over on something different. And, I really want to do it. I've seen several variations, but I don't want to do it where they all have that whole border around them. Like each piece has that little border. And that's how I was planning on doing them, on here. And they're all different. So, but I don't want to do it with that piece in the middle. I want to do it where there's less border around it, if I'm making sense. So I might do like just this, like do it as dividers and then do another border all the way around the outside of the whole piece. I hope that makes sense. So anyway, I don't know if you call that a WIP, because it basically just needs to be frogged and then reworked and restarted on something different. But anyway, it's in this bag, so. And let's see. I'll have to insert a picture of this one. This is a freebie from Cressetta Go-Go, I think is how you say it. This is a Christmas house. She's got a whole series of houses that she's done as freebies. And let's see. So this is a little ornament for Magazine Monthly Challenge that I don't know why I pulled this out of my normal rotation. It's finished stitching. All I need to go in and do now is there's some beads and then there's a little snowflake charm. So I really need to put him back in my active rotation so I can get him finished. This is a little ornament that I started working on, I don't even know when. I think really before I even came back to cross stitch. At one of my Quilt Guild meetings, someone had sold, we had like an auction and someone sold a container or something, a pack of things that had these little bitty ornaments in it. So I have a little bitty small tree here that my grandsons can decorate. And so I kind of thought of giving them, doing these ornaments for them for that tree. Now I've started since then working on, but this is what I've got done on that one. Since I did this and came back to stitching, I've started working on doing them ornaments for them for at home, basically for them to be able to have their own ornaments to take whenever they leave home and start their own families. So This is one of them. This is going to be for, oh, that's the back. This is going to be for my grandson Nathan. And then I've got the snowman that's going to be for Malachi. The blackwork squirrel is for Nathan. I've got another blackwork one that I've finished already that's going to be for Nathan. I've got a snowman one that I've finished already for Malachi. And then the red bird one is going to be for Malachi. He likes birds. And then the emerald star, no, evergreen star is going to be for Nathan. I think this is the last one. So this is Mistletoe Lane, which was Fat Quarter Shop's Jolly July pattern from last year. They have another one that's just an outright pattern. I don't know if they did a like a mystery for Jolly July this year, but they do have a pattern that they released that's called Peppermint Lane. But this is Mistletoe Lane. And that's where I'm at. That house is a beast. That roof was a beast to stitch. So I've just been kind of jumping around. I get bored stitching on one part of it and start stitching on the other. I still have to start the Christmas presents over here. Then I'll have all the releases started at least. So, make sure there's nothing else hiding in here. That's it. So that's my WIP parade, guys. I'm not going to do a regular update this week. I'll just do a regular, start back with my vlogs for next week. This one's probably going to take me a little while to get edited if I'm going to put pictures in and then put a countdown at the bottom. I may come back and just do, once I do the count, I may come back and do like a little recap of this. I don't know, I'm not sure. But anyway, I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I love all of you guys. Thank you for visiting. If you saw something you like, please consider subscribing to my channel. Hit the like button. I am trying to grow my channel. I think I'm about I'm getting closer to 400. But anyway, I'm just trying to grow it. And so if you could subscribe and share and like and all those good things, and of course comment below, I really would appreciate it. So I love you guys, and I hope you have good stitching time, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, so 50 WIPs. That's a nice round number, but geez, that's a lot. And this took quite a while to get put together, so I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I started filming at 11 this morning. I did take a break for a bit for, I had a phone call and had to take that, so I had about a 45-minute or so break for that and lunch, and it's 10 minutes to 5. So I had computer issues and had to restart my computer. Thought I had lost everything that I had done for like 3 hours, and then once I restarted and came back, it was all there, thank God. But so anyway, I just 50. I didn't know that it was going to come out to be that round number, but it did, and that's a little overwhelming, honestly. I don't know. Like if I took each one and said, okay, I'm going to work on that one till I'm done, and I'm not going to start anything new, how long would it take me to do all 50 of these projects? I don't know. I need to go on a stitch-along diet, a stitch-along boycott. But God, it's just so hard. So anyway, that's my recap, my mid-year WIP parade, I guess. And like I said, I'll see y'all next time. Thanks.